Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second session of the day. I'm Gerald. I will be your moderator for this session. Along with me, we have Sarah Harris and Jordan Noble, our wonderful hosts, and our even more wonderful interpreter, Michelle. Just to let everyone know, we are not letting anyone speak during this conference. If you have any questions or would like to say anything, please put it in the Q&A. And we will either answer the question or get back to you as soon as we can. If you have a disability that does not allow you to speak, please raise your hand and keep it up for about a minute, and we will get back to you and allow you to speak. Please, anyone who is here from a classroom, please say hi or check in so your teacher knows that you're here and you can be counted as attended. And we should get started shortly in a couple minutes.
And also, if you are a teacher, I sent out an email. If you would like the forms for your students for the sessions that you attended, please contact me at jnoble@ricv.org.
And those are the polls that we're usually launching here in Zoom at the end of each session. We have them in a Google form if you've been watching the conference together with your class on one Zoom, because we want to get feedback from all of the students, as well as have them have the opportunity to be entered to win a prize as well. We'll also be doing the same thing with our overall survey that we'll be launching today.
And each and every one of these sessions is being recorded. If you would like any of the recordings, we can send them out to you.
And after the conference is finished today, we'll be getting all of that put together and all nice and pretty, so that way you can watch again, share with others, and so forth and so forth.
Oh, we have Patrick with the Berkeley class, but currently living in New Mexico.
Very cool, Patrick.
I didn't know Berkeley was in New Mexico. Learned something new today. So we are currently sitting at 65 attendees. It is 11:03.
Okay, I think we are ready to go. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. Listen up, my thoughts count. Today's webinar is being presented by RICV, EPU, SCDD, and Cvrc. Before I introduce our next speaker, I would like to cover a few housekeeping topics. Today's webinar is being recorded. We will be able to share all the links with you after the conference is complete. If you registered for the event, I have your email. I will send it out to you, so that don't you worry about it. We also invite your comments and questions. Please look at the Q&A chat box on your screen. If you think of a question for the speaker at any point, just type it in there and I will either pose it to our speakers at that time or hold it for the discussion portion at the end of the event. At this time, I'm going to hand the floor over to Sarah Harris, who's going to go over screen reader options and anything I missed and start this afternoon's presentation. Sarah, it's all yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. All right. So as Gerald said at the beginning, we are in webinar mode. And so I wanted to give a couple of quick little housekeeping things. If you're a person using a screen reader like JAWS or NVDA on your PC, if you are unable to type in our Q&A and you really have something you want to say, we can get you by you raising your hand with Alt-Y. If you are using a Mac, it's Option Y, and if you're on a smart device such as an iPad, iPhone, or an Android device, you should see the little raise hand right there on your screen, and you just double tap it. We are limiting the amount of folks that we allow to speak only because we have so much great material that we want to share with you, and in a limited amount of time. Tripping over my words here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the second session of this morning started. And our first video is done by me, Sarah Harris. And what I'm going to talk to you about in this video are 5 questions to ask yourself while self-advocating. Because believe it or not, you got to ask yourself questions too before you even get out there to ask the hard questions of those that we need to talk to. So Gerald, go ahead and play that video.
My name is Jordan Noble, and I'm going to be presenting with Sarah Harris from Resources for Independence Central Valley. And we're going to be going over 5 questions to ask yourself when self-advocating. So I've got a picture here of a timeline, and it's got the 5 questions. So the first one is, what can make the situation better? The second one is it worth it? The third one is, what can I say? How can I say what I'm feeling in the best way? The fourth one is, do I need some backup? And the 5th question is, how brave am I? So we're going to go over these.
So the first question is, what can make the situation better? So once you get out of griping mode and get into strategizing mode, that's where you can make the big difference. So coming up with a solution to the problem that you can bring to the table will make all of the difference when you're advocating about something. A good example is maybe when you are taking a test, you have trouble with finishing on time and you need like 10 more minutes. So maybe if you came to your teacher and instead of just saying, I never finished my test on time, you tell your teacher, hi, I really feel that if I had 10 more minutes each day, I would be able to finish my test on time. And that's it. You came with a solution, and no one is going to be able to question what it is that you think is going to work best for you. 2, is it worth it? So sometimes there's things in life that we could probably adapt to, and maybe it's not something that's directly affecting us. For instance, maybe the mascot of our school is a polar bear, and we don't really like polar bears, but that's been the mascot of the school for like 47 years. Is it worth making a big fuss and starting a petition to get that bear taken away, or would we be better off with living with it? We're not going to be at that school forever. Number 3, how can I say what I am feeling in the best way? So sometimes when we're really, really upset about something, we can be mad. But when you're going to advocate, the best thing to do is to be respectful. Don't yell. Really take the time to think about what it is that you're going to say and approach the situation with kindness and thought rather than anger and shouting.
Now we've got a picture here of 2 people shaking hands over the word respect.
Number 4, do I need some backup? So backup could be a couple different things. Backup could be research. Maybe whatever it is that you're advocating for actually has a law behind it. And taking the time to research that law and know it backwards and forwards can really make a difference. Or maybe it's a time for some community organizing, getting some other people together within your school, your family, your community who feel the same way about an issue can really make the advocacy stronger.
And then we've also got a picture of a group of people standing in front of the Capitol building.
And the last one is, how brave am I? And how brave am I can go a couple different ways. So am I brave enough to really go and take the time to talk with this person about how I'm feeling? Am I brave enough to write that letter to my congressperson? It's all about taking that moment to step outside of your comfort zone. And when you're all done, then you again ask yourself, how brave am I? And you realize that you are very brave because you took the time to stand up for what you felt was important to you and to your community or to your fellow friends, classmates, or family.
And then we've got a picture here of a man who's standing in a suit and tie. But if you, his shadow becomes a person that's standing there with a cape like a Superman. So it's like he, may appear just a regular suit and tie guy, but his confidence and being brave, makes his shadow be something else. So thank you very much for coming to this presentation. We hope that you guys have learned something about advocacy and you go out there and make a difference.
All right, thank you very much. So my question to you is open up the Q&A and are you brave is the question. So tell me if you're brave. And then outside of that, people were asking questions while the video played. They said, what is a good time to talk to people after you are done and completely calm down after you have a fight with the person? And really, I want to say that depends, because maybe the other person isn't ready to have a conversation. What were you going to say, Sarah?
I was going to say exactly the same thing.
Oh, well, look at that. Another person said, what is a good question to say when you are saying sorry? And I don't think you really want to ask a question when you're trying to say sorry. I think that you want to take responsibility, like you want to use I statements. I'm sorry, I did this and it hurt your feelings. Or, I'm sorry, I did this and it made you angry with me. I can understand why that would make you angry.
And always remember as well that, the best thing that, a person can do is when you mess up, fess up, confess to it and fix it up, make it right.
Mm-hmm. And as far as if people are brave, we have yes, I am. I am completely brave. Trying new things. We have a kind of.
Love it.
Another
And
person
remember,
said, I do not know about being brave. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Oh, no, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, they said, I do not know about being brave.
And that's okay. Brave takes practice, just like everybody, everything does. Like we talked about earlier in our first session, practice makes better, not necessarily perfect. And, being brave is being able to take a deep breath and move forward and, speak up for yourself, maybe, trying on a new hat, wearing a new hat out into the world. It could be, taking a class that you've been afraid to take. There's a lot of different ways that you can be brave.
Mm-hmm. Another person said, how can I boost my self-confidence? And then, that's the last question I see.
Oh, I love the boosting self-confidence. That's definitely a big one there. And different ways that you can boost your self-confidence, just in a nutshell, is, when you wake up in the morning, say to yourself, it's Tuesday, if it's Tuesday, today is going to be great. I am going to accomplish what it is that I want to accomplish today. If you can look at yourself in the mirror and smile, stand up straight, and really, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because if you feel good, about how you look on the outside, it's going to help with how you feel on the inside, and vice versa. If you feel good on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. And we talked a little bit about that in our first week. And again, those are going to be available. Those videos will be available to you. So I do urge you and encourage you to check those out, because we do have some tips about, feeling good and how that can shine through. Anything else there, Jordan? Or are we ready to move on?
It's really just people talking about how they're brave. Another person said there's a time and place for everything. And sometimes in that moment, it's not a very bright idea to talk or advocate for yourself in that situation, or it might be the right time. We'll never know what kind of, maybe the person still needs space, or they're mad or something like that.
Could be. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next video. And our next video is called One Page, One You. And this presentation is given by Matthew Linhart. And Matthew, he is a young adult, just like many of you. He was my intern a couple of years ago, and he's fantastic. So some of you may know him. And what this presentation is about creating a one-page profile all about you. And Matthew's going to share with you some different instances of where you could use this one-page profile and what it is. When we send out all of our links to our videos, we will be sending you a template as well that you can use to create your own one-page profile. All right, Gerald, roll that video.
Matthew Drakely here on YouTube. I'm actually here to present One Page, One You. I have created this myself. I have a picture of myself on the left hand side, as you can see, but also this presentation has been supported and reviewed by someone named Riva. She's my learning partner, my mentor, and my colleague. What is a learning partner is basically someone you must know or trust enough to start learning more about them and allow them to learn more about you. This also means you learn about each other and help each other grow as a person, mainly you, but also the other person. And you can have more than one learning partner. Over here in this picture, I have personally drawn a tree of Riva, depending on if you think this is a persona or whatever. This is what she looks like as a tree. She has person-centered stretched upon her arms and sees guidance between all persons and just helps them be person-centered. And in case you're wondering what is person-centered all about, is part of knowing you, knowing your strengths, knowing your effect on others, and knowing your supports. My personal persona is Drakely. He is my core, and he says knowing your core is greater than knowing your future. In general, is just stating that knowing yourself is greater than knowing where you go, where you'll be in the future. And just so you know, Drakely is a dragon that has glasses, blonde and black hair, and even a white scaled skin. And he is technically my core because I made him to be just like me in a mindset of who I am and who I wish to be in a more cartoony aspect kind of thing. Now, about a one-page profile, it's actually a me first resume. or at least something like that. It's like basically you have the same thing as a resume where you have your name, age, and maybe even your occupation, as well as three different topics, kind of like how you have education, work, and your experience. This is about what people appreciate about you, what's important to you, and how to support you. This is also a ever-changing resource for just like the same as a resume. This slide has me first, resume as an image, as well as appreciate, important, and support, just the words in general, stating what this is about. And just like a resume, it's all about you. This is about you and the way you feel is true about yourself, the way you react to your environment, and the way you describe yourself. This is honestly a way people get to know you in your own words. This presentation slide has how are you feeling today feeling chart. It also has a person standing on a multi-directional road saying how do you respond, as well as what are you like with different words and images on the picture. We also have this is me as an image on a cloud. As you make a one-page profile, you have to think about why you're making this. Is it for a relationship with someone? So like either a friendship, a kind of like dating relationship or something like that. You can have this on like a first date kind of thing. Is this for the emergency situation like the doctors, the police, someone that needs to know your information? Is this for finding a job where people need to know a bit more about you to see what you're interested in, if you can be good in this job? If you need support trying to get better at the job, who knows? This could be something there. You can also use this for school and to actually get used to knowing your classmates, knowing your teachers, and even get to know who you're working with in staff wise. This slide is actually my one-page profile meant for work. It is basically a blue background with simply my name. It has an image of me, and it actually doesn't have the age and occupation because this is just like a introduction to me. If I wanted to add anything new to this slide, I would definitely add that. But also, as you can see, I have some appreciate about me sections, which has some things like engaged, maybe even a quick learner, or even very detailed for some things appreciate about me, as well as what's important to me, as in technology, my creativeness, and the music that I listen to, and also some things about supporting me, like keep me up to date on current assignments I have to be doing at work, maybe even prompting me if I'm getting off task, or even some things that I might need, like headphones, to stay focused, and that supports me in the way of work. As you see here, this is more casual one-page profile I made for my grandma, and my grandma has had help for this one-page profile that says things that people appreciate about her in staff wise, and she gets told that she's hilarious, she's funny, she's a sweetheart, and some of those kind and motherly things. She also loves nature and family, as well as sees chocolate and cold stones. And if she needs support in anything, she likes to be let her feelings out just to know about it. If you actually need a bit of inspiration, you can go to this website link, cvrc.org/person centered resources, to actually figure out like some ideas of templates for your one-page profile. They're under a training topic called one-page profile. The link is in the description of this video and also in your email if you happen to be in a self-advocacy conference right now. Now that you have a template or a blank page in front of you, I'm going to go through the activities to actually make your own one-page profile. So like for example, for what others appreciate about yourself in general, this self section can honestly be comments from others on first impression, from work and volunteering, teachers and students, friends who you're starting to know, or who you trust, or even people in school or community clubs / meetups. Just comments in general that are positive, influential, and just stating a bit about yourself is honestly something that you can put into this section. For example, some things that people appreciate about me is that I'm very organized when it comes to just creativity. So, like organizing my color pencils correctly. People like how I'm a very big helper or a special helper to them. And I just enjoy helping others in general. People like how I'm autism strong. I won't be bullied. I won't be judged. I won't be silent. I'm not ashamed. I'm strong, and I'm proud to be me. That's honestly something that they enjoy about me being autism strong. People enjoy that I'm very tech savvy and can help them with technology. And honestly, people love how creative I am. People like how I'm honestly sharing a bit of my emotion through my art. For example, this drawing right here of my dragon Sona, this is just him being persuaded as me looking up at the stars on a sunset at the beach, just pondering my emotions out and just trying to think of how can I improve my life. This slide has a picture of organized colored pencils by color, a button that says special helper, a JPEG of a autism strong statement, a picture of a bunch of hands holding technologies of different kinds, and my image of my dragon with a green shirt, blue pants, and staring at the stars at a sunset beach on a hillside. Now, if you wanted to know what's important to you, this section is honestly about what do you like to do often? What is your passion? I like to add in stuff like what's my favorite brand or my favorite object, and I usually give myself the thought of 6 months or more because sometimes if you just put down like say, oh, I like the toothpaste brand I have. Well, what if you don't like this toothpaste brand in 6 months? Maybe you find a cheaper or better brand. Who knows? It could honestly change something like that. I like to add in what makes you happy. What are some things that you like to do when you're alone, like art, drawing, video games, even the fact that you can just whale watch if you want to go to the beach or something like that. Something you like to do when you're alone and having a bit of free time yourself. In all honesty, this is basically what you want others to know about you. For example, I have some things right here that I can share with you guys about myself. I love technology, especially video games. So that's my go-to thing that I really like to do on my free time. I also like to think outside the box and be a bit creative with what I'm doing. I like to think of the strategy behind all the things. I like to stay busy so I'm not being lazy and just relaxing all day. I like to basically have a bunch of fun with music and this group called New Wrinkles that basically love and enjoy the music and behind all the things. I love Wizard 101, which is basically a game brand that I really enjoy, but I also like Star Wars and Disney even before they were merged. I love them both and I enjoy what I get to watch in their different kinds of fields. This slide actually has a picture of video games and a heart. It has a picture of Think Outside the Box. It has a picture of a tree that I made that is very artistic. It's an image of the word stay busy, as well as the logo of New Wrinkles and a music image that has a bunch of musical instruments. It has the logo of Wizard 101 in a death or undead like feeling. It has the logo of Star Wars and Disney as well. Now, this last section is honestly how can others support you? A section where you are talking about your health and safety, maybe some skills you might need help in. Maybe you need help with transportation, even understanding your stress and frustration indicators, just so people can know when you're starting to get stressed or frustrated. Maybe you need support with a lacking skill like writing, speaking, listening, reminders, even giving you some time after taking some coffee breaks or something like that. Who knows? You can have a bunch of different options. Like for myself, I like to stay updated. I honestly cannot get through the day without knowing what's going on around me, and I like to stay updated on what need to know. I love to socialize. If I'm not socializing throughout the day, I start getting like very depressed because I'm not talking to people. I like to socialize, get to know what people is doing and stuff like that. I honestly like to wear headphones. Headphones help me stay focused and help me stay aware of what's going on around me, even though they might not have music going on. It's just to buffer out sound. as well as cooking. Cooking is something that I need help in, honestly, to know if the food is done or what it will look like when it's done, because otherwise it would honestly be either raw food or even overcooked food. I like knowing the do's and don'ts of a situation, say like budgeting, say like I need to know the communication skills. I need to know my research basically and know the do's and don'ts of how I can do things. And lastly, I am very, very bad with money management, so I need help with my money management and people to help me understand how to manage my money myself, even better than just spending it all on video games or just stuff, something I love. This slide actually has a image of an updated stamp on it. It has an image of a bunch of people talking in a silhouette kind of manner. It has a picture of Star Wars headphones. It has a picture of half cooked, half uncooked food on a plate. And then we also have a picture of do's and don'ts in a little stamp or sticker like manner. And a stack of money or dollar bills just to show money management. Now, finally, before I let you guys all start making your own one-page profiles yourself and just knowing what to do now, I'm just going to give you some ideas of what else you can put if you don't know what to put. As you work on this, you can try working with your learning partner, which honestly, like I said, is someone you can trust, as well as maybe a friend or family member, or even your caseworker if you're working on it with a regional center of your own. You can be a bit more active in your community and just try to get these positive comments and positive actions of what you know you like from your community. And then also just be open with yourself. Go through the day, starting the day, and start recording every positive comment that you get. Maybe you can take down what actions you're taking, like art. You're taking the bus. You're maybe even enjoying uh, some videotaping if you're taking video of your surroundings at the park or something like that. Who knows? You can just be open with yourself and just write down something so you can record something that's going constantly that you're liking and just enjoying and it just repeats, and you can put this in your one page profile. Anyway, that's it for my presentation. If you're watching this from a self-advocacy conference, I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference. If you're watching this from YouTube, just trying to figure out what's going on with a one-page profile, definitely hope you make one yourself. This is for everyone, not just people with disabilities. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
All right, thank you very much. And I just want to be conscious of everyone's time. So I'm not going to do very much of the Q&A, but I want to ask you guys, what would you use this one-page profile for? And I want to remind you as well that we will be sending out the template for it because I know a lot of you were interested in that in the Q&A. And if I don't have lots of questions, we're just going to move on to the next video. Someone said that they will use their one page for their job interviews.
Nice.
And that's the only comment that we have so far. So,
Oh, right. So I do agree with you, Jordan. We did get a little bit behind because we played that video twice. So I just want to let everybody know we may go over a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and move forward. And next up, we have a very short PSA that is, I'm going to put on a different hat here for a minute. It's for the California Council of the Blind Fresno. We are a local chapter of the state organization, and I'm actually the president. So if you know someone, or if you are a person who is blind or has low vision, and you would like to get a sense of community and friendship and help with advocacy, we're definitely here for you. And just for our interpreter, it has a lot of audio description in this video, and so just want to warn you. All right, so Gerald, go ahead and roll that PSA. You're welcome.
California Council of the Blind Fresno is part of a statewide grassroots membership organization founded right here in Fresno in October of 1934.
A group of people wearing Project Athena t-shirts and athletic clothing at the beach enthusiastically wave to the camera. A California Council of the Blind logo with the shape of California dissolves on the screen. A photo of the California Council of the Blind Fresno chapter banner hangs from a picnic shelter on a bright sunny day at a park.
Its mission is to increase the independence and equality of Californians who are blind or have low vision.
A woman smiling and wearing a Delta Gamma sweater stands with a dog wearing a referee outfit as others are enjoying a picnic in the background. A young person wearing a saber-toothed tiger t-shirt holding a white cane with various eyeglasses attached to it smiles at the camera underneath a picnic shelter. A man sitting at a picnic table wearing a striped polo and a ball cap with a dog wearing a Superman shirt.
CCB Fresno focuses on advocacy, community awareness, friendship, empowerment, information and referral, and peer support.
People gather around a green waste trash can to read Braille on the lid at a community event. People smile for the camera as they hold up a decorative picture frame with the word walk on it and daisy flowers. A man wearing a beret hat reads Braille on a trash can lid as another man holds it up for him while others look on with smiles. A group of over a dozen people wearing athletic gear stand atop a mountain, smiling for the camera as the background features the valley below with trees and some buildings.
You can follow us on Facebook or email us at ccbfresno@gmail.com for more information.
California Council of the Blind Fresno logo appears on screen and includes two trees, one a giant sequoia and the other a palm tree. Facebook.com/CCB Fresno. Email ccbfresno@gmail.com.
All right, thank
Awesome.
you very much. Okay, so the next video that we're going to play is about self-determination. And self-determination is how you take control of your own life. And that's very important because, like Sarah said earlier, you know yourself best. So you know how to make those choices that are going to work best for you. So take it away, Gerald.
All right. Welcome everybody to the 2021 Self-Advocacy Conference. My name is Elisa Scareño and I'm the Program Manager at Central Valley Regional Center for the Self-Determination Program, and I'm also the Diversity and Equity Specialist at Cvrc.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Linhart. I am a Cvrc client as well as a Cvrc presenter to help present on different presentations that you may see at Cvrc.
Hello, everyone. My name is Glenn Stewart. I'm an individual who receives services from Central Valley Regional Center.
And today I'll be actually asking Glenn Stewart some questions upon the self-determination word, as well as asking Elisa about the self-determination program at the end of our questions. So, Glenn, what does self-determination mean to you?
Self-determination, what it means to me is it gives me the choice and the power to choose where I want to live, who I want to live with, if I want to live with anyone else. It gives me the choice to go out in the community, when I want to go out in the community, how long I want to be out there, give me a chance to go to baseball games, football games, basketball games, whatever. It gives me the choice where I want to go buy my groceries with, when I want to go buy my groceries with, how much I want to spend for groceries. It gives me a chance. I get to choose my own transportation. If I want to take the bus, if I want to take the dial ride, if I want to have a friend. It gives me the power to choose. And it gives me the choice to choose the bank I want to use.
Okay, and so how does self-determination help you live the life you choose?
It gives me the power and the and give me the power and the chance to be flexible. If I want to be lazy, I can be lazy. If I want to sleep in the noon, I can sleep in the noon. If I want to go to bed, it just gives me the power to be myself. It gives me a chance to go out and be spontaneous if I choose to.
Okay, and why should self-determination be important to all people?
It really gives them, the individual, the choice to join or not to join. It gives them a chance to learn how to dream. It gives them a chance to grow. It gives them a chance to fail. It gives them a chance to develop. It gives them to really a chance to uh, learn. It's kind of like a learning tool. It just it they the individual is in complete control. It's their life. It's their decision. It really gives them the ability to dream outside of the box. And I really feel that every individual should have this opportunity to join if they choose to.
Thank you. And Elisa, can you tell us a bit more about the self-determination program at Cvrc?
Sure. So the self-determination program at Cvrc originally was developed through a process through the Department of Developmental Center and also the Centers for Medicare Medicaid Services. So back in 2018, the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services approved the self-determination program. And there was a soft rollout in which 2,500 individuals throughout the state that were regional center individuals were selected. And the idea behind that was to have a soft rollout to get those 2,500 individuals transitioned into the self-determination program. So that has, we're in the process still of doing that. And in July of 2021, um, any individual that is a regional center Lanterman Act eligible will be able to participate in the program. It is a voluntary program, and it involves what we call a certified budget and a financial management service. And so what the individual will be able to do under this program is be able to access services from supports and providers that are not vendored through Cvrc. You could still choose vended providers, but this program allows you to choose non-vended providers, basically people that are not contracted with Cvrc, and that's where a lot of flexibility comes in. There are some things in the self-determination program services that you are able to access that you typically would not be able to access under traditional services. So that's, I think, where the flexibility comes in. You could find.
Is there a way to up the audio?
By attending an informational.
One moment, please. I already have my audio very, very high. Oh God, that hurt my ears.
Meeting or an orientation.
It still sounds the same. The video sounds the same. Very soft.
Yeah, I don't think I can get it any higher at this point. I think the video is just soft.
I don't want
'Cause
you to hurt your ears. Yeah.
It's too late for that. I already did that earlier. Yeah, this is as high as I can make it get currently.
Yeah. I don't think changing the volume there changed the video production sound. So, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna keep playing it then.
Okay. We'll work with what we got.
CVRC, and then you can find the link to register for those at our CVRC website, and that's at www.cvrc.org. You can also find information on the self-determination program at the Department of Developmental Services website, and that website is www.dds.ca.gov. So those families or individuals that are interested in the program, we encourage them to attend the local advisory committee on self-determination. We meet once a month, the third Tuesday of every month. We're doing them via Zoom right now because of not being able to do them in person. Typically, we do them in person. But they're from 5 to 6:30, again, the third Tuesday of every month. And you could find the link to register for those meetings on the CVRC website as well.
Okay, thank you, Elisa. And I just want to say thank you all for coming to CR's Present. I hope you all have a great rest of the Self-Advocacy Conference, and we hope to see you all in the future at Self-Determination at CVRC.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. And my apologies that the audio is so low for those people talking. While it is low, some people were saying they can't hear anything. So I'm not sure. While I know I could hear things, it wasn't like great quality.
I think that is one of the quieter videos we've tried to play so far. So I don't feasibly see a way I could increase the audio right now because we haven't had this problem before.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, again, though, just conscious of time, we're going to move on. We're going to play the self-knowledge video. So take it away, Gerald.
Hi, I'm Gerald Jones, and this is Self-Knowledge. Self-knowledge is part of self-care. Knowing oneself is an important part of self-care. Taking the time to get to know yourself will help you feel centered and comfortable in your own skin. Some examples of self-knowledge are: what are my likes or dislikes? What are my values? What works and doesn't work for me? What are my hopes and dreams? What are my worries and concerns? What you think and how you feel about stuff is important. Don't let anyone ever tell you any different. An example would be if you know that you don't like peanut butter and your mom tells you that you do, it would be a perfect moment to advocate for no more peanut butter on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Use your self-knowledge to self-advocate. You can use your knowledge about yourself to make a self-advocating case stronger. For example, if you know that doing your homework right after school works the best for you, but your parents want you to do your chores first, you may be able to plead your case by telling them why doing your homework right after school works better for you, and promise to do your chores as soon as you are done. And you may just get what you want. Remember, knowledge is power. Knowing what your hopes and dreams are will set you up for success. You'll be able to plan your education or career path with confidence and self-determination. Tips for gaining self-knowledge. Number 1, keep a hopes and dreams journal. If you keep a journal where you can write down all of your hopes and dreams, this could be a place for you to brainstorm your future. Take note of what works and what doesn't work. Don't be afraid to speak up about what works and what doesn't work for you, and keep a mental note of this list. Develop a person-centered plan. If you develop a person-centered plan that puts all the pieces of you together to create an action plan, it can help you achieve success. Be the best you. Now that you know a little bit about gaining self-knowledge, take what you have learned and go forth and be the best you that you can be. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Awesome. Thank you, Gerald. And we wanted to play that one again. We played it in our first week that we had, but we feel like it really fit in with this part of the conference as well. So we are going to do things kind of quickly here. I don't like to do that, but we're running out of time. We are going to play one last PSA, and that's coming from our partner organization, EPU Children's Center. And then we're going to run into launching our poll. So Gerald, if you could go ahead and play EPU's video, that'd be super.
EPU Children's Center. We serve families with individuals with disabilities who are between the ages of 0 and 26 years old, which means we also work with youth and adults with disabilities. We serve 12 counties of California: Merced, Mariposa, Madera, Fresno, Kings, Tulare, Kern, Inyo, Mono, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and Ventura. We work with families and provide free resources. We also offer free workshops and webinars for parents, self-advocates like yourself, and for students. Free workshops for students? Yes, teachers, we offer workshops for students. They are interactive, highly accessible, and hands-on. We work with topics such as health and hygiene, dollars and cents, I'm a VIP at my IEP, creating a 5-year plan, and creating a 1-page profile. If you are interested in booking a workshop, please give us a call. We also offer free workshops for the community, so if you'd like to know more about special education or related topics, join us for one of these free workshops. We have topics such as a guide to the IEP and special education, removing barriers and creating access with a 504 plan, and future planning for high school students on IEPs. Please connect with us for more information. We are located in Fresno, and our Fresno office phone number is 559-229-2000, or you can reach us toll-free at 844-445-0305. Thank you.
Awesome. And so Gerald's going to go ahead and launch the poll right now. And when you're finished with the poll, if you'd like to type 1 or 2 words in our Q&A about, how you felt about the conference overall, that'll be great. Please don't run off real quick, because after the poll, we are going to launch a survey that's going to be about the conference overall. This poll is specific to this session. Oh, and my puppy Honey says hi.
We have comments that said this session was very informative. Thanks. He said, I can't believe it's done.
I know, you are super welcome, and I feel the same way every time something like this finishes. Next Tuesday, Jordan and I are going to be going, oh, what do we do? And we're going to try to get Gerald on Zoom webinar at 8:30 a.m.
People are also saying that they have to leave right now.
Best of luck getting that Gerald guy on a Zoom meeting at 8:30. It seems pretty hard to me.
All right. And then Gerald, where are we at with that poll?
88%, but a lot of people are rapidly leaving. So
All
we got
right.
38 of 41 currently.
So why don't we go ahead and close that and open up the survey?
One moment, please, while I process your request.
Thank you.
I just got to download the poll real quick.
We just really want to thank everyone for joining us again. And all of this will be available for you to view individually or to share with others.
Did I do an overall poll?
And there's an overall survey, yes, but we did.
I don't see an option to launch.
Oh, never mind. All right, guys, we'll be sending out the overall survey in a Google Doc.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone.
Happy Tuesday. Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to RICV by calling 559-221-2330, and you can leave a message for Jordan or Sarah, and we'll get back to you. Thanks. And thank you, Michelle.
Good to work with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, can I, I'll stop recording right now.